Hey there, Boots Owen here. This is a Beko DRCS68W condensing tumble dryer, 6 kg job. Here is the felt and sponge door seal, drum seal that goes inside here. Up and around in where the drum rubs, stops the air getting out of the drum and the fluff and everything else. I've had this machine for a while, maybe 3 months, and this is a job that I haven't been keen to do because it involves taking most of the back of the machine apart, if I recall. And my experience is that I forget to put things in and it takes me forever. So come with me on a journey. I've already taken this machine apart maybe twice to do things to it, and I can't even remember what they were. Which does not make for a very interesting story. I think I cleaned out the inside of it and stuff, but you'll have to go back through my videos to see what I did to it. Let's just get into it. Let's have a go and follow me along and see what I do. The door seal itself was relatively cheap. Like maybe £4 delivered, 5, something like that. You know, not a big deal. I thought it would be a good idea to do it. So, top. Three screws, of course. That was hard to get off for some reason. 3 screws on the back rather than 2, and then I think I need to zip off pretty much everything on the back because it's in here. You need to get the back off to get that off, to do this. Makes a small job into a big job. I wonder, I'm being cheeky, if I could just take off all the screws at the outside and pull it off. I don't think I can. I think I need to get right into it. So, water in that thing from drying laundry. Put it like this, rest it against another washing machine. Zoom you out a bit. Let's just do it. I replaced the element in it. I think that's what I did. Now that I've started doing this, I think I replaced this. It looks pretty new. Then, let's have a look in here. What I'm wondering is, if I'd left that on, would it all just come off if I take off these screws around the outside? I guess I'll try that. I have a feeling this isn't going to work. but that's not for want of trying. With all those screws out, it feels lighter already. Let's disconnect the power cables from here. In some ways that might be enough, but it's not quite right either. Doing it this way. I'm being smart and not smart enough at the same time. No. You see, I want to get just in there where you can see. Just in here is where I have to put it. I've cleaned out the old one already. Not a big deal, but I need to do it all around, so I need to be able to get in. Oh, that drawer's falling out. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Heat shield, or I don't know, it's not a heat shield. Protection shield. What else? Let's see what's in here. That's the pump. I probably didn't need to take that cover off. Then I can disconnect these two hoses. They should disconnect up there. I think I'm going to need to take that bearing thing off there. Just a job for pliers. There is one somewhere. There's that clip and a washer. I think I might have oiled this bearing as well when I'm here. Might remember that. We're going to need to disconnect this guy here. It's got a cable on the back, and then it's just the hoses up on top here. I wonder, would it be easier to pull this forward or not? I don't think so. I think these hoses are going to cause me trouble. Or not. Okay. So what did I learn there? I probably needed to take the back cover off. Probably didn't need to take that pump. No, I did, to see the hoses. Now this is dropped down so that belt comes out. Like that. And this comes out. It's not actually that bad once you get into it. Whoa, we lost something there. Another washer off that shaft. So I have previously cleaned this out, I think. It looks pretty good. I used a chisel, if I recall, to scrape off any dust. I think this is a sensor drying machine, and I think that's the sensor, those two silver bits. I've vacuumed out in here by the looks of things. Still, you know, not spotlessly clean, but... I don't think that light bulb up there works. It's meant to work when you open the door. I don't think it does. Just put put an elastic band on that, I'm not sure why. This is kind of welded at one end. It's weird that they would make such a continuous unit. So let's put that joint, if we can get it apart, up at the top. For no particular reason, could be the wrong thing to do. There's a kind of a glass fiber reinforced tape there that's gotten a bit squished in that bag. It wants to stick to everything. That's okay. As long as we guide it in and peel it off. Oh, guide it in and peel it off as we go. I thought this was just going to be some kind of a household draft excluder, but it does have this felt on the outside of the sponge. That's getting a bit tight there. Let's see how I can make it any longer. Yeah, it's not very long. Right. If I recall, the sticky was on the back, so that's where I should put it. I'm trying to tension this now as I do it again, because I need it to stretch the whole way. Let's get that out of there. Some of that gum is not great. So it wants to turn. See the stick there? I need to turn it back. Looks like it'll go, but you need to be careful with that, I guess. Some of it's trying to twist. I want the white felt to look at face me. There we go. See the way it's twisting? Can you see that there? Not quite on the camera, but let's put this back on. One of the things with these appliances is that everything on them is sharp, so I'm not wearing gloves, which is my mistake really, but that's how it is. Let's put the belt back on. So far we're 15 minutes into this project. I kind of feel like we're nearly there. think I need to leave that off here for now until I've got the back on and the bearing on properly. So I'll begin by connecting the heater element. Just snaps back in from whence it came. Line up that bearing there, and lift the whole thing up onto it's come off. Lift it up onto that tray. Now look at these hoses in here. There's a little screw in there, might be useful to release. You can see what we're dealing with, like that. Flow and return for that thing. Put that back in. Then let's hike it up to the top so that it makes a seal here. I think I'm in a position to put some screws back in. Start getting it back together. So I have to reattach the power cable, clip on that bearing, clip on that shaft even. Hoses back on there. Grey and white. One more screw to go back up on top, but before that I'm going to try and get this belt on in here if I can find it. Put it right back to there. See how I could do that at all. How am I going to do that? Usually on a washing machine you can loop it on. So what I'll do is I'll slip it down over the side of the drum here. Give myself a bit more room to get it onto that shaft. And then try and roll it on without slicing my hand open. Fallen off, it's gone on over the top. It's fallen off down the bottom. tighter. It feels like it's going on. It's trying to come off. It's coming off again. I need to be stronger. Without pinching my fingers. Seems to be right. That's it on. Let's clip this back on, finish off up here. Washer and the clip. That's that. That's the power cable. And there. The earth. That's that. And get these other panels back on. So with this, if you put the two bottom ones in a little bit, not completely. See what I'm talking about? No. So get these two bottom ones in a little bit. It allows you to snap it all together before you lock it up. I've put the hoses on and I've put the belt back on. And this bracket, or shield, I suppose I'd call it. There's two types of screws here. There's one with a flange, a big flange, and there's one without. And the one without goes around the top, and then the big flange goes around the bottom. about right. Too many screws. Okay, get the top back on. Even the top is sharp. That's it. So let's see how it sounds. It won't run for very long because there's no moisture in it. If it runs at all. So, on. That's a start. Sometimes a timed program is the best way to have a go. Let's just see. Sounds okay. Less than 30 minutes. 27 minutes it says on my clock. Or 20 or some price like that for this stuff, not very dear. All I could say about that job is once you're in there, stretch out that sticky stuff, because once it comes off the tape it tends to go into its own little ball. It'll be fine. It's jumped on to ready to wear over here, so I'm pretty sure it's finished now because it's it can tell there's nothing in it. So questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.